Hey friends, welcome to Post to Post. Thanks for joining me today for this video. I appreciate you coming on board. I've got a very interesting one for you. Well, at least I think. I've seen one of these. I've not seen the rest of them. But these designs are kind of a combination of two brands together from NHL teams. So we'll say it's like Montreal and Toronto, having their logos kind of combined. So choosing one team as the primary team, but then using some influence from that secondary team to kind of update and create a new Montreal logo. Montreal's the primary team, Toronto's the secondary team. Just as an example. The designer here is Eric Poole or Pooley. I apologize if I'm pronouncing your last name incorrectly, Eric, but if you're not following Eric on social media, what are you doing with your life? Because this guy is an incredible designer when it comes to sports, drawing, logos, branding, everything. This guy is the man. So you need to go over and give Eric a follow on Twitter, wherever else he is on social media. On Twitter, he's at epoole88, EPOOLE88. Definitely go give him a follow. You'll see it come up on the screen here in a little bit, but we need to react to these. Let me get situated here on my screen. I just see file names. I have seen one of these. I don't remember which one it was. This is East. We're going to do West in 2 days. Catch that video coming out in 2 days. But this is just East teams. Let's bring it up and let's see what we're into. Okay, wow. Okay, hold on. I need to rearrange this on my screen. Let's get comfy. So I guess it's Columbus as the main team. And then the plus Jets is the influence of the Jets a little bit. And on the right is the ending logo here that we have to criticize a little bit, or not really criticize, but we have to dissect is maybe the better word. Wow. This is actually an incredible logo. You've got the Ohio State flag in there. Actually, I think a little bit more representative than their actual logo. I don't know. I mean, that big giant swoop in their actual logo is pretty apparent, but I just feel like there's more Ohio vibes, I guess, seeing it done like this. And also the way that the comes down in jackets that's pulled right from the Jets logo, which is awesome, but it looks like a flagpole at the same time. So I think there was some pretty good critical thinking here when the design was taking place here for Eric, and he kind of recognized that. I think that's honestly brilliant execution. And then the text is there to kind of mimic the Winnipeg Jets that you see in their logo. And wow, like, do I have anything negative to say about this? I don't think I do. Like, this is amazing, and this is the perfect example of why you should follow Eric on social media. You just home runs every day, just a home run. Just an incredible designer in the community. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I have no idea what's in store. Boston. Oh, this is super interesting. Okay, so a little bit of a backstory in case you're not aware. The Plus Nordiques that you see, or that logo that you see down there underneath the Pooh Bear, that is a logo that was designed by the Quebec Nordiques just prior to them ending their, tenure, maybe is the right word, tenure in Quebec, just before they moved to Colorado. They actually announced this branding with jerseys and everything, and then basically announced that they were relocating to Colorado to become the Avalanche. So this is the logo that we almost got for the Nordiques for their rebranding, and he's taken the influence of that and kind of updated the Pooh Bear logo a little bit. That Pooh Bear logo you would have saw back in 1995-ish, and then again in the most recent Reverse Retro series on their Reverse Retro. And the logo that we've got here that's very modern. Like, that's extremely modern. I would love to see that on the front of a jersey. And when people draw animals or make logos out from animals, or they're making a character or a mascot from the team in a graphical sense, when it comes to hockey, such a physically demanding sport, and there's literally fistfights in hockey. It's the most physical sport there probably is, other than maybe American football. Actually, lacrosse and rugby they're pretty crazy as well. But hockey is so physical. I want to see aggressive logos like this. Look at the expression and character on this bear's face. He's pissed off. His mouth is open. He's got he's ready to eat you. His eyebrows are crushed down. He's ready to go. And that's what I appreciate about Eric's designs. He's really good at capturing expressions on characters' faces here. And this is awesome. Great job. Okay, moving on to Montreal Canadiens, right in my alley. We've got Canadiens with the inspiration from the current Jets logo. And he has taken, I guess, the C logo a little bit and made it the left and right side of the fleur-de-lis. And that looks really good. I don't know if I love the circular nature of what's going on in the background. It kind of looks like a skull to me or something. Like, you've got this, like, the negative space of the two C's on the right and left-hand side of the fleur-de-lis. That kind of looks like the eye socket. And then the top, maybe because it's gray or silver, it looks like a bit of like a skull. No mouth, obviously, but I just it's a bit of an odd shape, I guess. But it is at the same time, it's pretty cool. I think the way that he's designed the fleur-de-lis specifically is brilliant. Literally perfect on the fleur-de-lis. I think maybe it's just the stuff in the background that's throwing me off a little bit. Next, wow. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. The Washington Capitals, inspired by the Robo Penguin. This is perfect. This is so good. This is unbelievably good. Can you imagine if you saw this on the front of a physically produced Washington Capitals jersey? Like, Pittsburgh fans are probably going to hate this, but you have to remain objective. Objectively, this looks amazing. Like, this looks incredible. I wouldn't change anything about it. This is beyond perfect. Literally beyond perfect. This needs to happen. Like, this has to happen. Moving on. Oh, wow. Okay, that is like replicated so nicely. It's maybe like a little bit silly, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't really like Johnny Hockey that much. It's just not really one of my favorite logos because it's just a little bit silly. But the execution here and the combination between the Devils and Johnny Hockey into an actual devil, like that makes a lot of logical sense to kind of do this and take that approach. And it's absolutely not my favorite branding decision for potential branding decision for the Devils, but I think this would be this would look really good on like a T-shirt or a hat, maybe even a shoulder patch or something. If they were to kind of like rebrand or something, I like the simplicity of their actual logo. But wow, this is awesome! Like look at Johnny Hockey down there below on the left. Like he's replicated it perfectly with the influence of the Devils. Like that is super impressive. Let's move on. Oh, the Flyers with the Calgary Flames influence. Dang, that looks good. That looks, wow, that looks so good. The orange on the inside, that looks just literally perfect. Again, like what negative thing I'm going to say about this? There is nothing negative. The combination or the influence of the Calgary Flames logo in this is brilliant. I can't say enough of good things about these. Like, holy crap. Next, okay, Montreal again, but okay, the Carolina Hurricanes with some Montreal Canadiens influence. So you've got some, that's something I never thought of. CH in Montreal's logo also stands for Carolina Hurricanes. How have I not realized that? This is the perfect combination, the C and the H. But to me, this actually looks more like a Montreal Canadiens logo just because that C and the H logo is just so iconic. But it does work at the same time. I think this is the better representation of a hurricane, but I think maybe it might be leaning a little bit to Canadians. But I mean, with that said, it's literally perfect. It's a C and an H. Like this, what other combination are you going to use? Like, dang. Moving on, the Highlanders and the Rangers. Okay, you're going to have some fights in the comment section here for this one, Eric. The Fisherman logo being inspired from the Liberty logo. Oh my goodness. There's going to be so many pissed off people about this one. The Rangers fans are going to be livid. The Islanders fans are going to be livid just because he used the Fisherman logo. I don't care what either franchise or what either fan base says. I absolutely adore this. Like this is awesome. This is one of the best series I've ever had on the channel here. I've done over 2,500 videos from across 2 channels over 5 or 6 years it's been. This is absolutely one of the best submitted artwork that we've ever seen on the channel. And there's still another video to come in 2 days from now. If you're not subscribed, you got to hit the subscribe button to see that. These are just East Coast teams. We haven't even looked at the West Coast teams yet. I'm very excited, way more excited for that video now than I was. This is awesome. Okay, the skate logo, which is literally a skate made out of the Lightning. If you don't work for any NHL team, you should. Eric, can you please just send your portfolio to the Tampa Bay Lightning or any other team that needs a rebrand? Because I feel like you could redesign every brand for the NHL and just like it'd be way better than what they actually have. Maybe not every team. Some teams already kind of hit home runs, but the Lightning, to see this on a Lightning jersey, even though it's an influence from the Canucks here, that looks incredible. I would love to see that on the front of a jersey. I think that would be very, very well received from the Lightning fan base. Just a tremendous combination of logos here. What do we got next? The Toronto Maple Leafs, inspired from the Washington Capitals. That's an interesting combination. I think from far, this is a little bit of a busy logo. I'm thinking about this logo on the front of a jersey. Maybe a little bit busy, but at the same time, up close, I can see like a physical produced jersey, prime green. those little like notches that kind of come out and like this on the inside, those would be beveled out. Up close, this would be an incredible logo if it was physically produced. From far, a little bit hard to see. Don't mind the font in here, don't mind the letters and stuff. I like to see the CN Tower be represented in there as the top of the hockey stick. I think that's a really cool combination. This is definitely a cool logo for sure. All right, moving on. Whoa, what's this? I had to actually look at the team here on the bottom. So Florida with inspiration from Seattle. I think my mind is trying to make a little bit of a reach. The section that's the actual Panther, I'm trying to see a P there. It's just not totally working for me. I wonder if you make the bottom of the F, which is like the cat's paw and like body section, just a little bit longer. I wonder if it would kind of represent a P. So you get the F of the whole shape, and then just the Panther section would be kind of be a P a little bit. But that might be a little bit of a stretch. As is, it does definitely look pretty good. The only criticism, maybe some kind of texture in the red of the F at the top. It seems like a little bit blank or something. I'm not sure what you would do. Maybe some influence from the state flag or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I do like this. This is a really cool combination, actually. Next, the Penguins inspired by the Anaheim Ducks. This is so good. Like, this is amazing. Everything about this one is perfect. It's a little bit creepy. What's that movie? Is it The Village? M. Night Shyamalan, The Village? I think they wear these weird masks with long noses. Maybe it's not that movie, but something else. That movie came out in like 2004-ish. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a crazy movie. Besides that, this is perfect. Again, another just absolute home run here. Great logical combination here between the two teams. Excellent. Okay, what we got here, the Rangers being inspired from the Kansas City Scouts, and this seems extremely logical as well. The actual Statue of Liberty in there with the N and the Y off to the right. Now the Rangers use obviously the logo that's coming down on their jersey that just says Rangers, just the font, and they don't technically use their primary official logo on their jerseys as the primary logo. So I would love to see something like this, and I think the execution here by Eric is actually quite nice. All the little details of the Statue of Liberty down here would look phenomenal if it was physically produced on a jersey. So excellent combination here. Okay, one of the last ones. How many do we have to go? 2, 3, something like that? Detroit and Dallas. I think, what's the best way to put this? I think Detroit fans would riot if you got rid of the winged wheel. However, if you came out with an alternate that was modern, a little bit of a rebrand, modern, a jersey that they wore 5-10 times a year for the next 5 years, just to embrace the modernism just a little bit, that is a perfect decision or a perfect concept or consideration. The way that it's simple, just with the D, kind of like what they used in their, I don't know if it's a Winter Classic or a Stadium Series game, maybe both actually. I think it was Stadium Series where they were just the D. It's not like they've not used just the D before. They use it here, or he's used it here, and he's used it so well. The shading, the little bit of character and movement, I guess, off to the left. The angularity, it's a little bit italicized, so fantastic, phenomenal logo here again. And Buffalo Sabres, inspired from the Boston Bruins. To be completely honest, that looks so normal. It's like it already existed. Like I looked at that and immediately didn't feel like it was foreign or like I've never seen it before. I kind of felt like, I know, I've already seen that logo on the shoulder patch just because it's so well executed and it makes so much sense. So they're both around the same amount of letters, so it really just does not look out of place at all. This is great. Another great one. Okay, moving on to, I think the last one here, the Ottawa Senators, inspired from the Vegas Golden Knights. This one is throwing me off just a little bit. I think there's almost maybe too much bevel or something in the logo. The perception of beveling that we're seeing here, the rising of that level of the front of the helmet is almost like too much or something. I can't really describe myself. I don't know how to word it. I would say maybe one of my least favorites so far, but not bad at all. Like this isn't a miss or anything like that. I'm just being basically overly critical for no reason. I am going to pick my favorite though. That's for damn sure. How am I, like, they're all so good, just cycling back. Man. Okay, I mean, I think I have to go with the Washington one. It just makes so much sense to do this. Like, it's perfect, it's simple, it's nostalgic, it would look incredible on a jersey, it would look incredible on a t-shirt, on a hat, on the front of, hockey pants, on a helmet. Everywhere you put this logo, it would look amazing. Just an unbelievable job on these, Eric. Thank you so much for sending these in. I would love for you guys to check out the next video coming, which is the Western version of all the teams from Eric using the same methods. And it's a really kind of a good video to say this, because hopefully this maybe gets more views than some of my videos. But if I look at this analytics and stats of my videos, over 60% of return viewers are not subscribed. So if you're coming back and watching multiple videos, number one, thank you. But number two, hit the subscribe button. That definitely helps me, and it also helps you stay up to date with future videos that you might want to see. I'm not expecting to watch all my videos, but you might see one in the future that you like. So please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, thanks to Eric for sending these in. Make sure you go follow him on social media, and make sure you tune in for that future West video. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button. I'll talk to you in that next one. Adios.